In this example, we have a young startup company that is aiming to raise $50 million in capital. A VC firm is interested to participate in the fundraising, but the firm requires an ROI of 4 times and is valuing the startup at $300 million upon exit. So that's the exit value. The founder has 10 million shares and there is an option pool of 1 million shares. So the first thing that we'll do is to calculate the post-money valuation. So the formula for the post-money valuation is captured in the ROI, okay, which is the exit value divided by the post-money valuation. So I'll just write it as post. So in this case, the ROI is 4 times and the exit value is 300 million. Right? So in this case, to get the post, you will have to take the exit value and you will divide it by the ROI. Okay, so that will be $75 million. Now, of course, other than giving the ROI, what they could do is they could give you the IRR as well. Okay, so if the IRR is given, then they will also need to provide you the period of holding. Okay, but it's an investment horizon. So then this would be replaced with 1 plus IRR to the power of t, okay, where t would be the investment horizon. Next, we will determine the fractional ownership of the VC firm, okay, after the investment. So the fractional ownership here will be denoted by the symbol F here, and this is based on the investment, which is $15 million, okay, and then we divide it by the post-money valuation, which is $75 million, okay, so that comes out to 20% for the VC firm. For the number of shares that the VC firm would have, okay, we'll continue from the fractional ownership. For the 20% here, this is equals to the number of shares that the VC would have, divide by the number of shares for the founder, which is 10 million, and then plus the number of options in the pool, okay, which is 1 million. So this is always calculated on a fully diluted basis, okay, where the VC would assume that all the options in the pool would be exercised and the shares would be issued. Okay, and then we'll plus the number of shares that the VC will get. So the denominator here represents the total number of shares, okay, in the startup. Now, for the portion of shares that the VC will get, it represents 20%, okay, 20% of the firm. Okay, so this is the 20%. And of course, the remaining portion here would be 80%. Right? So in this case, if you want to calculate the number of shares the VC would have, so proportionately, the 20%, okay, would be proportionate to this number of shares the VC will get, and the 80%, okay, would be referring to that 11 million shares. Okay, so we just need to equate it, okay, and then from there we can calculate that the number of shares that the VC will get will be 11 million. All right, and then we multiply by 20% over 80%, okay, and that is equals to 2,750,000 shares. Lastly, the price paid per share by the VC firm, okay, would be equals to the investment amount, okay, and then we divide by the number of shares the VC gets, okay, so that would be $15 million, all right, and then we divide by the number of shares the VC gets, which is 2.75 million shares, okay, and that is equals to $5.45. To determine the fractional ownership of the VC firm before dilution from the option pool, okay, we will have to take the number of shares that the VC would have, which is 2.75 million. And then we divide by the number of shares that the founder has, okay, which is 10 million. Okay, and we'll plus 2.75 million. So here we are assuming that the options have not been exercised yet. Okay, so this will be equals to 21.57%. Of course, after dilution, the fractional ownership for the VC will be 2.75 million, and then we'll divide by the 10 million shares, okay, plus 2.75 million, and now we will plus the 1 million shares, assuming that the employee exercises the 1 million shares. Okay, so then that will be equals to 20%. If you're asked to calculate the pre-money valuation, okay, that will be equals to the post-money valuation minus the amount of investment. So the post-money valuation here is $75 million from what we have calculated, and then we minus $15 million here. All right, so that will be $60 million.